Not the Chuddle.
Chuddle. Surprise.
Whoa.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Fuck good. If What the Actual Fuck was a movie, out of the mist and into the fog, it's Chuddle the Pod.
Sup, Chuddle Club members. It's time to be back with yo boys. Hey, it's that time of the year holiday area for those who celebrate any holiday really of any kind. Congratulations from us. We're here for a very special episode. Bit loose apparently, but that's okay. We're not covering a movie. We are doing our re-ratings. We did these for our year anniversary before, and we really liked it. People seem to like it, so now I think it's going to be sort of an annual end of the year thing moving forward. So you get to hear us change our ratings on movies because, you know, things change.
Deal with it. Things change. Get over it.
Deal with it. Speaking
of things changing, we have a new coven member that's joined the patrons.
Yo, we do.
Big shout out, major shout out to Evan, our witchy brethren.
Just pounding that goo.
Your sacrifice gives us life, and we thank your beautiful souls.
Thank you.
Yo, we thank your soul so much.
Amazing.
So much soul thanking.
It really sounds like we're all here, but I can't be sure until I check it off in my little meeting book here.
Ooh,
so Sam, present, check. Bryan.
Huh?
Hey, cool. Excuse me. Sorry, Ross. Ross, you're here?
Oh, hey, sup.
Oh! I accidentally say hey. He throws us up in there. Cool. Check.
I have
sup and huh and oh.
I had to balance balance it out.
And Chuddle. I appreciate you. Well, with all club members present and accounted for, let's crack open the Goo Book and get in tonight's meeting.
Give me that goo.
All right, re-ratings. Just gonna go through all the movies any of us thought we needed to change our ratings for. Chronologically, starting oldest to newest. So, first up,
I'm excited about this.
Is a classic, Willy's Wonderland.
One of your favorite films.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I have a 0 on this one.
Yes, you do.
And I think I dropped it to that in re-ratings last year just because I was like bitter and
So
I was like, oh, we can give things 0 now? Well, I'm giving it a fucking 0. Fuck this movie.
Fuck 'em.
Still don't like it. I don't know how high it's gonna go. Well, I am gonna
You're gonna finger it real quick.
I didn't quite realize it was going to be that kind of recording, guys.
Why did it take us so long to get to that?
That's
2 years.
Exactly what I thought. I was like,
2 years.
The first time we said that. We're always trying to do some clever play on how we cut our fingers off. We never just straight up fingered Willy's Wonderland until tonight. So, engaging. That is a 0. That was my biggest problem with the movie is I just was so uninterested.
Sure.
Sticky. I'm going to be generous and give it a 0.5. I don't know if it's because I've had gifs of it shoved in my face because I can't really picture the animatronics at all, but I see Nicolas Cage dancing a lot.
Sure.
Throw it a half a finger there. T-shirtable's not happening. None of the character designs were particularly cool to me, and I also just really don't like it. Cockles isn't going to happen, and rewatchable certainly not happening. So I guess it's only going to a 0.5.
Hey,
but hey,
that's something,
takes
right?
it from a 2.5 to a 2.7.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And I wasn't going to touch my re-rating on it. I am in the camp. I mean, mine is going to stick at a 4. Since we're on Willy's Wonderland.
Since we're on the Willy, I had a 3.5. I think I'm going to nudge mine up with Bryan at a 4. Because I've actually watched this twice since we've recorded it, and I've kind of enjoyed it a little more each time.
I don't...
Oh, it only brings it up to a 2.8, so I guess I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect it too much. I was going to say, I don't think we have a recording of, like, fingers individual per our Chuddle score for this one at that point.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was with feeling and everything. Okay, cool. Willy's Wonderland. Go check it out. I mean, it sits at a 2.8 for a Chuddle score. I know if we ask the club, it's most people tend to like
hater.
It. Sam's the hater on this one.
And my other friend who before I discussed it with you guys, shout outs to
Baba,
who will never hear this, but I was like, I just watched Willy's Wonderland. He was like, oh yeah, that's the worst. And so that was part of why I expected for us all to shit on it, because the only other person I talked to also hated it.
Nice. That was interesting and cool because I'd invite him onto the show, but he sucks. So yeah, I want to hear his opinion, but not really.
It's funny because he'll never know.
Oh, can we turn him into like the new Teddy Spaghetti, the new season of he's the new
season of Teddy Spaghetti. It was Baba the whole time.
Oh,
perhaps. All right, next up we have the sadness.
Yes,
I don't know if you guys wanted to change your score on this. I wanted to change my score on this.
Okay.
Because I have it at 4.5, and honestly, it's not that for me. It's a 4. I got to drop it down. I know it's not a huge change. But even though I'm actually do want to rewatch it again now, it's been long enough. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not even going to finger it. It's just a 4 or 5 doesn't feel right in my heart. It really does sit more of it a 4. I like it a lot. Borderline love it, but I don't.
So you're not going to finger the sadness?
No,
he's actually going to pull something out
or anything.
Yeah. That's true.
He's giving it a little bit less. No, I'm content with my score. I haven't had a chance to revisit it, but I'm still gooey with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that works. That's an interesting one because it certainly has ended up on the Chuddle Gorometer. I mean, if you're listening to this episode and just joining us for the first time, being like, what are these guys re-rating and talking about? I mean, the sadness, you haven't checked that out. That's sitting pretty high. So 4.3, still very good, but that is a very gory, gooey, makes you feel weird watching it, but good movie.
It's a not feel good movie, but in the best way possible.
There you go.
Up next we have The Black Phone. Both of you guys have it at a 5. I have it at a 3, and I'm actually going to bump it up, but only 0.5 to a 3.5, because honestly I thought that's what it was. In my head it's been a 3.5, so
that's hilarious.
It should be one.
Cool. I mean, I'm obviously fine with that, and I think Ross is too.
I'm not dropping that Black Phone.
So what is it?
You guys aren't lowering your score?
4.5 now on that one? Great. I mean, that's still crypt territory for sure. It's crypting 100%. Around.
Oh, yeah.
Creeping in the crypt.
I have another change. Pussy Cake. I have it a 4.5 in here. It's a 5.
Ooh.
Hey.
So the only thing holding me back.
Sam,
oh, yeah, Ross.
It's also going to be a 5 for me, too. So this is now a certified Chuddle.
Oh,
brand new certified Chuddle.
Oh, that's fun.
Finally made it.
Pussy Cake finally made it.
They've been posting again. They're making some more festival rounds or
festivals. Yeah,
getting it out there.
This is a Argentinian Goo Fest. Argentine. Yes. It is Argentine. Lots of vomit, zombies, aliens. Tons of fun. Very
girl
fun
rock
vomit band.
So I'm not put off by it.
I don't know about you guys, but I think for the re-ratings and stuff, I did honestly, most of my adjustments have come from the fact that, like, obviously with our schedule, we're watching what we need to, like a horror movie a week. So like when I go back to these re-ratings, it's stuff that I've just watched for pleasure afterwards throughout the year, where I feel like if I revisited it, I was like, okay, I should probably readjust my, I should readjust my numbers.
Definitely.
Specifically because I sought this out past the pod,
Oh, sure.
I don't know if there's any of these that I've re-watched since any of the ones I'm changing. I don't think I've actually watched again since the last time. It's just my feelings on them have changed.
No, understandable.
On to the next one. Halloween, OG John Carpenter's Halloween.
1978.
Ross is at a 5. I assume he's staying at a 5. For some reason, it's showing Bryan as a 0.5 in here. I know that can't be right. But I think we were all at 5s, was what it was.
We were. Did something get screwed up on? No, it just didn't move it over properly on our score sheet. No, it's supposed to be a 5.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
That's why we're talking about it.
Sam, would you like to go first? Because
sure, I'll go first, and I'm gonna finger it and see how it turns out. I think I gave it a 5 for like the reverence of it, and I almost feel like I had to, because like, how could you not? You know, it's like almost a horror cred thing or whatever. But truly, in my heart, it doesn't sit at a 5. It's still high. It's gonna be at least a 4 or a 4.5, but we'll see what happens. Engaging. Honestly, that might no. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 0.5 there. There are moments of it that drag for me. Sticky, that's a full 1. T-shirtable is a full 1. Cockles is a full 1. And rewatchable is also a 0.5. So yeah, it drops to a 4. And that's right. I was trying to be like, it's Halloween, of course, which I do love it. 4 is a great score. 4 is a great score, but
just doesn't do it for you. That's interesting, because I think that's the first thing that we've, I guess, officially now uncertified, decommissioned.
Decommissioned Halloween.
I mean, I am going to go down, and I think it is going to be just only a 0.5, and that is in the engaging, because sticky it sticks, t-shirtable it shirts, cockles it cocks, and rewatchable. I will willingly rewatch this, throw it on almost every Halloween for sure. It fits. I like it in that sense, but I don't know if I'm always engaged with it as I am with some other stuff. So I think it sits at the 4 or 5 for me. Still love it. I'm sorry, everyone. Cool. Everyone doesn't like us anymore. Everyone's like, I don't like Chuddle anymore.
Guys, I'm sticking with the 5.
I'm going to go to Ross's podcast. Ross is going to start his own. I hope Ross starts his own podcast now.
Keep it at a 5. See, I do agree.
Halloween.
Sorry, I do partially agree with you guys in some aspects of engaging, but I think for me, sometimes I do feel when I watch this movie, certain things drag, and I'm not fully engaged. But I've also watched Halloween like 1,000 times. So like, I don't know if it's because of the sheer amount that I've watched this movie has jaded me on the fact of engaging, because I can probably recite it like with my eyes closed. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if I feel like,
I mean, I think once you hit like 1,000 with your rewatchable, it kind of like offsets
a saturation point.
It balances out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Totally.
Once you're batting.
But I do understand where you guys are coming from.
Thank you for being understanding and allowing this.
I don't want it to make it seem like I don't like the movie, because I really do like the movie. There's a lot of great movies that I give 4s to. It's not a.
I personally hate the movie now, and that's why I give it a 4.5. And I think if you're not a 5, you suck. If it's not a 10.
Whoa.
2018 is highlighted. Was that one of yours?
So I have that. I'm pulling out half a finger out of my rewatchable. I have it at a 4.5. I gave rewatchable a 1. I haven't rewatched it since we've covered it. So I'm like, would I? Sure. If someone's like, let's watch it, but I'm not like itching to check this one out here. So I'm like, I don't think it deserves that full 1. And I mean, again, 4, fantastic score, but just pulling out the halvesy on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that makes it a 4.2 now.
Okay.
I don't know if we said John Carpenter's Halloween is now a 4.5.
Okay, great. Still in the crypt.
Halloween Ends. You changing that one too, Braga?
Well, if we're going chronologically, the next one is Halloween Kills. And Halloween Kills
was not on the spreadsheet.
Is it not?
Well,
sorry. It is. I just was going by the order of the spreadsheet.
I think with Halloween Kills, I have it at a 3.5. Also, I'm using my phantom finger to adjust these scores. I'm not going to do break it down individually. I think with Halloween Kills, I had it at 3.5 and I have issues with some of the stuff. I'm bumping it up to a 4 because except for Ends, I rewatched Halloween and Halloween Kills back to back and had a fucking blast. So
yeah, you did.
Still don't like the weird guy looking like the Penguin getting confused for Michael Myers, but I can forgive it in a double feature creature with with the new Michael Myers.
I mean, there's a lot of what about Michael Myers driving a car in the original?
Hey, you know what? That's the nurses were really lenient back in the 70s.
Bright Guy has your rating as a 5 on kills. Is that what?
When I look at my score,
like mine should be a 5.
Yours should be. So this is where something got screwy. And what I think happens when we reorganize stuff around, because these 3 we all did on one episode are all labeled 57. So it got confused about some stuff. Yeah, no, mine, because when I go back and look at my individual sheet here, I have it as a 4. Engaging was a 1, sticky 0.5, t-shirtable 1, cockles 1, rewatchable 0.5. But I did have a re-rate on this, and my sticky is going up to 1, and my rewatchable is going up to a full 1. This is getting a 5 from me.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to throw that in there.
Who knows? Maybe by next year when I watch Halloween Kills for like 3 more times, it'll get up to a certified.
And it's definitely a 5 for me. I don't know what it was at before because of this screwy thing, but I think it's been known for a while that I really like. I love Halloween Kills. It's my favorite in the franchise.
Certainly. All right. And then Halloween Ends. I do have a re-rating on that. I don't know if anyone else does.
I'm fine at a 1.5.
I'm okay with it.
Where is it here? It's supposed to be, mine was supposed to, again, this is where it got screwy. It's screwy. It's supposed to be, I gave it a 0.5 originally. And I wanted to give it I gave it a 0.5 in engaging and a 0 and everything else. I'm actually going to give it a 0.5 to sticky because, God damn it, it is stuck with me now, unfortunately.
That's true.
Whether that's a good or bad thing. And that only boosts it to a 1, so that's not like rewriting much here. I think let me change that in. 1.2 is what it keeps it at, or not keeps it at, sets it at for here.
Is the final final score.
Screwy. That sucks. Sorry everyone for having to listen through that. But now we move on.
Now we move on to Silent Night, Deadly Night. Ross, I believe you had Ross, you're at a 4.
It bumps up by 0.5. I'm going to do, this is going to be a 4.5 for me. It's not a full 5, but God damn it, have I just had a fucking blast rewatching Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I also bought the soundtrack, so I'm double into this movie now.
Ooh.
Nice.
Billy will do that.
And I am going to give it the full bump to a 5. I love this movie.
Oh,
wow. It's ridiculous
really
how much
I mean, dude, the soundtrack,
I
mean, everything is just, I've got a Christmas fever. That's all I have to say.
Didn't you both buy the vinyl after we did the episode on it?
Yes.
God,
yes,
no, fuck. You know, just give it a 5. It's going to be a 5. I'm using the whole Phantom figure. I'm going to do a 5.
He's getting there.
Because I can't be on the naughty list.
I can't wait. I'm ready to watch it this year.
Punish.
I'm ready to listen to the vinyl. I'm ready to got that Christmas fever all because of this dumb movie.
It is.
Well, to balance it out, I saw that I gave it a 3, which shocked me. And I'm not going to crush it. It's just going to drop to a 2.5 because it is one of those movies that leaves me feeling confused because there are parts that I really like about it.
And tingly.
Yes. Exactly. Have you seen Silent Night, Deadly Night? No, what's it like? Have you seen Willem Dafoe's penis?
Yeah, I was very confused.
Exactly.
There you go. Awesome. So that puts it at 4.2 because of our high ratings, which puts it into the crypt.
Mm-hmm. It should be there. It crept in through the chimney, but it's in the crypt.
So should Friday 5.
Hey, you never know.
I mean, yeah, re-ratings next year. Because that's when the true Jason crossed. Re-ratings will come through, you know.
Right, you
once
got
we
perspective.
Get the marinade on it.
Loving it for a year.
Mm-hmm. Never stopping, just yapping
all the time.
All right, pod favorite.
Ooh,
Speak no evil.
Yeah, I was shocked that I gave this a 2. I'm bumping mine down to a 1.
Wow, That's what Bryan gave it. Bryan, you sticking with a 1?
Where is mine? Here. That is here. So I gave it a 1 for engaging. Because I was like, yeah, I'm definitely engaged in it. And I zeroed out everything over there. But I do have a score change. And that's actually to give it a 0.5 for sticky. Because again, reluctantly, this has stuck with me for better or worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about this movie, what it is, and all that kind of stuff. It gets it. It's wormed its way in there for now. So that bumps it up to 1.5.
Nice.
So I was planning on bumping it up myself, not to a 5, because the rewatchable factor isn't there for me. But it's only grown on me, especially with me being the only one liking it. So it's gone up to a 4 or 5 for me.
We call that a reverse Willie's over here.
So I think that just totally balanced out because Bryan and I each added a 0.5 and you took away a whole point. So neutral, same score as before.
Sits right at that 2.3. All right, no problem.
3. Castle Freak. Who's changing Castle Freak?
I had it on my list and I felt like 2 didn't feel quite something was there. Mm-hmm. But I think I do want to give it a 0.5 to Cockles and just 0.5 out across the board and give it that 2.5. Mm-hmm. I feel good about that.
What changed your mind about it? Just like the
memories we had
than you thought, or the Cockles for it? Yeah, it was a fun one.
It was a fun one.
You can listen to all these movies we're talking about.
Incidentally, we have covered all of them.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, please do listen to them and give us your ratings. That's what it's all about here for these fun little things stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce it out 0.5 across the board to give it a 2.5 overall, which I think that definitely brings it up.
Yeah, to 3.2.
3.2.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not too shabby.
Good for you, Castle Freak.
Good job, Castle Freak.
You finally found a home in the 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have Murder Party. Ross, did you have this one?
I did. And I did rewatch this, and I'm removing half a finger.
Favorite.
I'm dropping it to a 3.
Ooh.
I think that's just. I think there are certain aspects of the movie I really like, but as I refingered Murder Party, I just it was. That's
what we're calling rewatches now. So we've found what our last finger is called.
Oh God,
that's horrible. It's horrible. Accurate. I'll give you accurate, but horrible.
2024, the year we become
just even more horrible. Worse. They didn't think we'd get this low. No, again, there's certain things I like about Murder Party, but it doesn't constitute a 3.5. I think a 3 is being overly generous with that movie. It's just because it has a sweet spot in my heart because of when I watched it.
Fair enough. Bryan, did you want to re-rate this movie? You're at a 1.
Yeah, I did. I did want to give it something, and that would be a 0.5 to Sticky. Because it has certainly stuck with me a little bit. I don't think it deserves quite as bad of a score as we gave. It is. It's trying things. It's having fun at some points, and it isn't inevitably stuck with me. I was thinking about giving it more to somewhere else, but I just don't see it happening right now.
I don't have 1.5. Hey, it got bumped up, and honestly, for all those same reasons you said, especially the stickiness, bumping right up myself another 1.5. So it actually went up even with Ross going down on it.
That's amazing.
Oh, man. Ross went down on it. After he refingered it, he was having a blast.
God damn it.
That's Chuddle the Sam on Letterboxd. So you can get at him. File your complaints there. Yeah. He grew a mustache and he turned into fingering guy.
Horn dog.
Just talk about we're watching movies, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. Speaking of rewatching movies, somebody wanted to change the score on Revealer.
Yeah, okay.
Which is already in the Chuddle Club crypt, sitting at a 4.3.
That was me. That was I.
Is you, Ross?
Four
Brian's
was
already at a 5. I know it's not going down.
No, I'm bumping mine to a 5. Out of all of these that we've covered, I've actually rewatched Revealer technically it would be 3, but the third time I had small children barge in and I couldn't really finish. So it's the most rewatched movie in the list. And I just realized like I just keep going back to it because I enjoy it so much. So I have to give it a 5.
That's awesome. Cool.
I do love it for that reason. Yeah, it's one of those. It's become a background one for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm at a 4. Luke, if you're listening, it's staying at a 4.
Oh wow!
I mean, I love it. It's a great movie. I was just having some fun. But I'm not changing it. Maybe next year. Let's see here. Lawnmower Man was highlighted. Well, I know one person who probably did that because I see Bryan's at a 4, and that can't be right.
We know that can't be right, guys? Like, this movie changed my life. There's pre-Lawnmower Man Bryan and post-Lawnmower Man Bryan. And that movie is certainly going up and getting the full 5 status from me.
Of course it is.
How can it not?
Bryan worships at the Church of the Cyber God now.
It's true. I will be there.
And honestly,
for service all day.
Your love for it, I see I'm at a 3. Your love for it and sort of our conversation, the whole, bonding experience we've had over it is bumping me up, and I'm tossing it up to a 4.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Makes it a 4.3.
So that's a whole point for me. That puts it straight into the crypt.
It's creeping in the crypt.
I'm going to keep it at a 4. I think probably, honestly, by next year,
I wouldn't expect.
By next year, when we've lawnmowered the Lawnmower Man Redux,
when we're the Lawnmower
Men, I feel like I'll probably bump it to a 5.
When we watch Lawnmower Man 2, and you just really appreciate how amazing Lawnmower Man is. And then how amazing Lawnmower Man 2 is on just a very different level.
I had to stop.
It's not a 5. I'll say that.
It's like a kid's movie. It's wild.
That's exactly what it is. It's insane.
Up next, bringing Scream 2 in. We're gonna you'll see here. I put this one on. I don't think you guys are changing yours. Bryan's at a 5. Ross, you're at a 3.5. Are you changing yours?
I wasn't. I mean, you might have a convincing argument, but I was gonna keep mine at 3.5.
Oh yeah, well, I'm dropping mine. So I'm not gonna have a convincing.
That's
argument.
A terrible argument to erase it.
I get lost in the Scream sauce, so to speak, and blinded by my Scream love. I was just a little too close to it at the time. So it's only going down half a point as a 4, but 4.5 felt high at the time. And now I'm correcting that.
I'm going to tell Sergio and he's going to be mad at you.
Oh yeah, that's only a 4. Mm-hmm. Tell him Halloween's only a 4 too. Up next, I know I'm not changing mine. We got Deep Red. And I was at a 5 on it. I had 5 on it.
5 on it.
We need that drop.
I'm also
not
going
me singing
to
it.
Bump mine 0.5 to make it a 5.
Hey.
Okay. I've just been. I think when we started the Argento insanity, I slid and got into a Giallo avalanche. And I've rewatched Deep Red a few times. Also, seeing Goblin live has completely altered every score of Argento movie.
Sure. So you gave it a 5. I'm gonna keep it at a 3. I thought about changing it, but it's out of kind of like that Giallo stuff that we started covering. I like Deep Red a lot, but I guess it is something I would need to revisit to fully.
It's no Tenebrae.
It didn't. Well, obviously, but it didn't. It was the first one that we really dipped into. So yeah, I need to go in and try to reappreciate it. Basically, yeah. So I'm going to stick it at the 3 for now.
I can see that.
Next, we have Scream 3, which I had at a 5, and felt too high at the time, and it is too high. But again, it's just dropping down 1. It's a 4 or 5. I think. For both of these, it's really the rewatchability. I thought I was at a full 1 on them. And I'm like down to watch them at any time, but I'm also not like gonna necessarily throw them on at any time, especially Scream 3. I'm not gonna be like, all right, I'll just throw this on. It's probably gonna be more of a watching the franchise type of deal. So
sure.
Yeah.
4 or 5 for that. So the Empty Man is up next, and I am changing my score on that one. I had it at a 4 or 5. But I'm growing a phantom finger to bump it up to a 5. I do love The Empty Man. I think it's fantastic. I've realized I'm really into cult baddies, I think. It creeped me out a lot. Character design, all sorts of stuff. In my heart's only grown fonder. Up next, we have Opera. No?
I would like to add to the Empty Man. My score's going up for that one as well. Yeah, that was on my list too. I'm actually bumping up pretty a bit. My Cockles is going to go up to a full 1 on that. And then my Engaging is going to go up to a full 1. And I think my Sticky's going to go up to a 1 as well. And I'm going to keep my rewatchable at a 0.5. So 4.5.
Wow.
Yeah, that's another one that's lived in there, and it's come out of the recess. Come out of the recesses.
Ooh, what? Wait, was mine a 5 on that on Empty Man? What was my actual?
Yeah.
It has your Cockles as 1.5. What do you think your Cockles were? Because that's the problem.
I'm assuming a 1.
Then it had it at a 4.5.
Okay, I'll keep it at a 4.5.
So the final score for the Empty Man ends up being a 4.7 with 2 4.5s and a 5.
It rates.
Impressive. Yeah. That's a nice underrated gem. We should maybe try and promote it more because I feel like a lot of people never heard about it.
Right.
Thank you, Ricky, for suggesting that on the Patreon. Up next, we have Opera. And I believe, Roos, you wanted to change your score on Opera, right?
That's right. All of my Jollos are getting higher scores. Opera is getting a 4.5 from me. It's not going to be a perfect one, but it's definitely going to be a 4.5. There's it's the needles. It's the needles with the tape that is just like my Phantom figure gives it more stickiness.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm with you. I thought about bumping mine up, but I believe I was at a 4, and I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, I'm sticking.
Up next, Hell House LLC. We were all at 4.5 on this one. I believe, Ross, you wanted to change your score, and I'm sure there it is. He's holding up 5 fingers,
5.
ladies and gentlemen.
5
it's
fingers.
Happening.
It's happening. It's a 5. Hell House LLC is a 5.
I can see that. I'm not there yet, but I could see at re-ratings next year me bumping it to a 5.
Getting that bump.
If it has that long-term sticky. So that bumps it up to a 4.7, which is a fantastic score.
Beautiful. Great.
That was it.
Let's end this.
What an ending. Poof. If you stuck with us on this one, I apologize for the hiccups we had.
It's nothing.
But I hope you had a good time.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be all edited out. Don't even worry about it.
It's going to be... I'm keeping all that silence, the part where I'm just going...
that silence in.
Oh, God damn it, guys. I'm sorry. Shit. I'm so sorry. Now you're going to know what it's like to be my wife. All right, guys. We're going to... Self-deprecating humor.
Well... Thank you for listening. We love y'all. We'll see you in the new year. Peace.
Well, we got... Okay.
Oh. Yeah, no, this should be... Because it should be...
They'll get there. We're going to get they're going to get the final after this. Our top 5 of the year comes after this episode.
Yes, which will be the first week of January.
So Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, we'll see you next year.
See you next year, everyone.
Oh, no shit. Avoid the time loop.